And that's it. We're live. We're on Little Cinema. Are we live? Where?
Your audio.
My audio is very high. Okay, bring on the audio. Okay, now that's okay. We're live. Okay, so this is bring up my lower thirds. That's wrong, but it's okay. Okay, welcome everyone to Little Cinema Galway. This is our May screening, and this is what am I doing? I got rid of that. All very organised as usual. It's all going well. Welcome everyone to Little Cinema Galway live stream for May 2011. Very special night. We have some great films to screen tonight, but also this is the 11th birthday of the Little Cinema. So we started the Little Cinema 11 years ago. It was started by three people, myself, Julia and Liam. We set up in Galway after being film students, and we wanted somewhere to make stuff, somewhere to show stuff which we're making. The stuff we were making wasn't for festivals, it was just for having the crack, really trying stuff out to films. And that's what we did. And so we set it up, and we weren't sure how long it was going to be. It might be for a month, 2 months, 3 months, or a year. And 11 years later, we're still going. So that's amazing. Great to have so many people still making films for us and still being so active in the Galway creative circles. And so if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, please get involved in the comments, or even on, I think we're on Twitter as well. We're on Twitter, aren't we? We're on Twitter. So if you're watching, get involved in the comments there and show some support for the filmmakers. If you like the film, let us know. And if you want to give any opinions on whatever it is, within reason, get in touch with us. And so I might just read a few comments before we get going, because there's a few people already commenting. Let's see. So I got my lots of comments here on Little Cinema Facebook. Sarah proposed happy birthday, Little Cinema. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you very much. Great to have you involved. JVP, John Falters Painter, says 11 years. That's impressive. Fair play to you. Thank you very much. And Chris Tierney says our 11th birthday. Yes, exactly. Patrick Kelly, happy birthday, Little Cinema. And Chris Tierney says Prince Andrew will be making his move anytime soon. James Harrell says happy birthday. Thank you, James. Thank you very much. And Chris Tierney says I miss getting a stamp on the back of the old hand, to be honest. Yes, absolutely. And let's see who we've got. Manolo. Thank you for shooting. Happy birthday to the cinema. Thank you very much, Manolo. JVP says, I don't miss having to clean the stamp off my hand, but I do miss the live events. Yes, we missed them as well, for sure. We used to screen, for those who haven't seen us in person, we used to screen, first of all, in Kelly's Bar. We started off at Kelly's Bar, and then we moved to Roche and Dove. So we screened at Roche and Dove for the last 5 years. I'm not really sure. I don't know, a few years anyways. But it's been great. Love having people there and showing the films there. JVP says, look at all those lovely Little Cinema hoodies behind Kenny. So warm and comfy. I'm wearing mine. Thank you for wearing your hoodie, John. And actually, let me just say, we had a filmmaker who was going to show 2 films tonight, and they weren't able to show them, so we won't be showing their films because we like to have the filmmaker on to introduce their film with us. So we do have extra time tonight, and so rather than me just talking extra and doing a lot of stuff, talking rubbish, I might, if anyone has been at Little Cinema a lot or wants to give any stories of Little Cinema, or like the first time to Little Cinema, or their favorite memory of Little Cinema, we'll bring you onto Zoom. You can chat to us just to have something different and do something special for the birthday. So if you do want to get in touch, send us an email, littlecinemagallway@gmail.com, or send us a message on Facebook, and we'll get it lined up for later on in the show. So if you have a good story, I'll qualify a good story, we will bring you on and get you to talk to us about it. So I think with all that said, it's time to kick off the show. And before I do, let me just say this is all possible because of the help of Adrian Conway, who was to my left here. Is there a hand there?
Is there a hand?
There it is, yeah. There's a hand, there's evidence. He's here. Yeah, this wouldn't be possible without him. And thank you also to Galway Film Centre for their help with the Zoom connections and the help with the work. And Unbound Media, who are helping with some of the equipment and the streaming facilities. And also James Harold of the Galway City Arts. Galway City Arts Department in Galway City. and go to see the film. So thank you all for everyone who's made this happen, and to all the filmmakers and the audience who are watching this tonight. Thank you all very much for getting involved. And so I'm going to kick off with the first film tonight. So I'm going to welcome to join me on the stream to kick off tonight. I got already Tara Burke. Tara, welcome to the stream.
Hi Kenny, how's it going? Thanks for having me first off, and happy birthday.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, it has been a bit of a journey to get to 11 years, but it's been brilliant. Yeah, who knows how long it'll go for, but it's always fun to do. And this kind of live stream has given it a bit of a new lease of life. So yeah, thank you very much for the happy birthday wishes. I work with Tara at the Galway Film Centre, so we know each other quite well, and she's been working on a project at the Galway Film Centre, which is brilliant. So we're having her on to talk about that and give us a bit of a background to it. So do you want to tell us about it there?
Yeah, of course. So I'll keep it quite brief. So essentially, it's we're going to be showing a promo for Galway Stories virtual production through 2020 Lens. So the series is on Galway Film Centre's YouTube and Instagram. So you can find it online there, but we'll be showing the promo. But essentially, it's a series of online seminars which I go through virtual production or real-time filmmaking in Unreal Engine. And it's just going through this process that I've been working through at the last 18 months with Galway Film Centre. And we've had the help of Galway 2020, Screen Talent Europe, Motion Films, GMIT, and Epic Games. So it's been a big collaboration to make happen. And, you know, with everything going on in the past year, there's a lot of changes, and this series is what has come out of it. So it's been brilliant, and it's just to show it off, I guess.
And the like I've seen the videos that you've made, and so people can watch the other videos on YouTube as well to see how it's done. But what you're able to do with the virtual production with like the virtual cameras and all that kind of stuff and the green screen, it's absolutely incredible. So did you start this knowing how to do it, or did you learn from scratch with it?
Oh, it was definitely from scratch, is what I'll say. I suppose for me, my background is more in games than in films. So I even from learning bits about camera and green screen, it was all new to me. So yeah, it's just been 18 months of learning and more learning. And yeah, it's really interesting. You're right. And the potential of it is just amazing, you know?
Yeah, it's cool, and like it's nice to see something like that being done in Galway, and kind of Galway leading the way with it here, and making tutorials showing how other people showing other people how to do it. So that's cool. So what is the name of this video?
Yep. So it's Galway Stories virtual production through a 2020 lens.
Excellent. And so this is it. Everyone watching, please enjoy this. And Tara, thank you for joining us, and enjoy the rest of the night. Thank you.
Thanks for having me. Cheers.
Starting in April 2021, we are delighted to present to you Galway Stories, virtual production through a 2020 lens. Having spent over a year researching and developing real-time hybrid virtual production, we at the Galway Film Centre decided it was time to share our workflow. We'll be covering the entire process from working in Unreal Engine to creating virtual cameras. At the end of the series, you should have a comprehensive understanding of the workflow we are using and have the knowledge to begin your own journey into virtual production. We look forward to sharing what we've been working on.
And that's it. We're back. We're just fixing some other stuff there, but that was brilliant. Genuinely, the videos which Tara has made are really good, and they're really worth checking out. If you have any kind of interest in their virtual production or making stuff with green screen, or that type of stuff, I would definitely encourage you to check that out, because it's really good stuff, and it kind of goes through everything of how to do it. Galway Film Centre YouTube, check out the videos there. There's I think 3 or 4 up there at the moment, and they're well worth checking out. So thank you, Tara, for joining us. I'm going to go look at a few of the comments now which are coming through on our Facebook. Let's see, where am I here? Patrick Ellis is impressive. Yes, it is very impressive. Sean Courtney. Oh hell yes, yes, absolutely. It's brilliant. Tara says thanks for having me, Little Cinema. You're very welcome, Tara. Thank you for coming on. And JVP says cool stuff. Yeah, the videos are really cool. Patrick Kelly, where can you buy a hoodie? We used to sell them at the Little Cinema in Rush and Dove. Haven't really sold them for a while now, but they're all like large size, extra large. There's no real like medium or medium or regular anymore. So there is some extra large available. So if you do want to buy any, get in touch. Let's see, YouTube. We have Caustic Jones, which I think is Max Webb. Happy birthday onto yous. And Max Webb was at the very first ever Little Cinema, and one of his films was a screen there. And so Max is a very important part at the Little Cinema, and great to have him watching us again. He says Tiny Epics started the same year as you and showed our first short at the Little Cinema. So happy I guess we're twins. Yes, we are twins. And yeah, great to have you back with us and to be continuing to be making stuff after all these years. Fair play. Nigel O'Brien says, loving the show, epic stuff, Kenny. Nigel, thank you very much for watching. Thank you. And Dozer of Zion, happy birthday, Little Cinema. Thank you very much. Great reference to the Matrix there, and thank you for tuning in. And then on let's see, Facebook. I got two mices here. Facebook. Let's see. To be honest, a lot of us are a bit bigger than before lockdown. Chris Tierney says about the hoodies. Hashtag shifting demographic. Sean Cordy says, wish you could play around with it, as in the virtual production. Yeah, it's very cool. JVP says, one might say I'm green with envy. Hashtag sorry not sorry. Never say sorry for a pun. Puns are always welcome. Okay, so that's great. What we will do is we will, and just in case anyone wasn't here before, if anyone wants to come on to join us, tell a story about the Little Cinema or that type of stuff, let us know. But if you don't want to, that's okay. There's no pressure on anyone. We have enough films to screen and stuff, but if you do want to come on and join us, that's no problem. So we're going to go to our next film, and this is going to be introduced by the filmmaker, and it is Daniel Heafy. So I'm going to bring Daniel on screen with us here. So Daniel, how are you?
Very well, thanks. Thanks very much. Thank you for having me, and happy birthday as well.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you for joining us. So have you been making films for long?
Yeah, so I do. I study digital media in CIT here in Cork, and it's a very broad course, but film production is the aspect I'm definitely most interested in. So all aspects, so documentary filmmaking, narrative films. I just like kind of branching out and doing different things. So yeah, definitely.
Cool. I just realized I had the mouse on the screen there, so I got rid of it. But that's behind the scenes. I shouldn't be seeing that on screen. But tell us, how long were you making films? Is it a few years, or what are you? When did you get started?
Well, I actually started, the first thing within it that I kind of did was acting. So I've done acting for years. So the first few short films that I did was purely acting in. And then when I started college, so about 18, so 3 years ago now, is when I started making them myself. And initially it was just kind of documentaries and things like that. But in the last kind of 2 years, then I started branching out and writing, editing, all that kind of stuff, and making my own stuff. So it hasn't actually been that long, but just because I've been acting for many years, I found it was kind of a natural thing for me to want to do.
I was just looking away from the screen there because Adrian reminded me that the lower thirds, which was up, was from Tara. So I just switched from Tara to your name. So sorry about that. It was just up there for a minute. It was giving me a very casual kind of computer screen going, lower thirds, lower thirds. So anyway, sorry, that's why I was looking away. But it's all fixed now.
Right.
And so what you made for this month, tell us about what you made.
Yes, so it's a film called A Child's Game, and I did it at the start of this year during the lockdown in January, and I really wanted to make a film purely because I not a whole lot else to do at the time. But obviously I didn't have all the resources. You probably need like a big crew. The only actors I had at my disposal were my siblings. So in a way it was kind of a challenge. Like I tried to think like, how could I make something that's interesting and engaging, but also still is within like the COVID restrictions, and how can I involve just my younger siblings into a story or a film that's compelling. So this was kind of the result of that, and yeah, it was fun to make. It was a nice kind of distraction during that time.
Hmm. And did you do it over just one day, or was it a couple of days?
It was a 4-day shoot, yeah, because we were filming out in the woods. So and it was still January, so the lighting wasn't the best. We're gonna get dark early, things like that. So it was spread over 4 or 5 days, I think it was, yeah.
And are your siblings watching tonight? Or is it past their bedtime, or are they allowed to watch?
It's past their bedtime, I'm afraid. But if it's recorded later on Facebook, whatever, I can show them tomorrow.
Yeah,
So
yeah, absolutely.
they
Yeah.
can't stay up too late.
And what's their names?
Ava and Peter.
Ava and Peter. They were great in it.
Yeah.
Tell them we said very well done.
Okay, brilliant. Yeah, their names at the credits anyway.
Cool,
So
yeah. So tell
make
us,
sure to get them there.
what's the name of this film? Is a child's game, is it?
The Child's Game, yeah.
Excellent. Thank you very much for sending it in to us, and keep making more films, and send them in to us again, and we'll have you on again.
Brilliant. Would love to. Thank you very much.
Great. Okay. Thank you very much. Everyone enjoyed this. This is a child's game, and Daniel Heafy just presented it there. So enjoy. Thank you very much. Thanks, Daniel.
Thank you.
Okay. That's so fun. Yeah. Oh, how do you always win?
That was really good, Daniel Heafy there with that film. Great job, Daniel. Well done to your siblings as well for helping you out on that. They were brilliant. Tell them we said very good. And so I'm going to go through a few comments. And myself and Adrian were just discussing what else is going on this evening. And we completely forgot that there is a Friends reunion happening at the moment online on Sky, which it didn't even cross my mind when I was scheduling to the cinema. Everyone's watching Friends at the moment. I bet someone's been very funny. I bet Chandler's making a funny comment. Okay, so let's go to a few comments from Facebook. Claire Nee Hockey Garna gives a love heart symbol to the film there by Daniel. JVP says a couple more great young actors featured during these lockdown live streams. Excellent, absolutely. Camilla Oliveira, that was great. Camilla, thank you for watching again. Michael Breen says nice acting, nice directing. Absolutely was. Patrick Kelly, great acting, camera work and scripts. Bip Henderson says great job. Thanks for tuning in, Bip. And let's see a few other things there. Sean was talking to Tara, saying can't wait to see more projects from you, Tara. And Tara says thanks, Sean. Likewise. So a lot of love there for both Tara's and for Daniel's films. JVP says, who needs friends when you've got films? Very well said, JVP. Thank you very much. And YouTube, we got Claire Cassidy says, happy birthday. Thank you, Claire. Thank you very much. Inuit Nijet TV says, Claire Winky Face. Wow, the tension is excellent. And oh my God, I'm so nervous watching this. Nigel Bryan says, very spooky, fantastic. And Inuit and Niger TV was. I wonder where the location of this is shot. Where did Daniel say that was shot again? I can't remember now, but you might comment saying where it was shot. Nigel Bryan says love the ending, and yeah, so excellent, great job there, Daniel, very good. And again, I have Adrian here who's manning the Little Cinema messages. So if anyone does want to come on live with us on Zoom and talk about their first experience or a memorable experience with the cinema, feel free to, but there's no pressure on anyone at the same time. So what we'll do is now we'll bring on our next filmmaker, and they are going to be joining us via Zoom, and I have them all lined up. So please welcome to the stream, Colin Fleming. How are you? Let me just unmute myself so Colin can hear me. Double mouse. Colin, how are you? Welcome to the stream. I think you might be muted, Colin. Are you muted?
There now. Have you got me now?
I got you now. Yeah. How are you?
I'm not too bad. Thanks very much. Thanks for having me again.
Oh, delighted to have it. You always make some great stuff, and the last music video is great, and this is excellent as well.
Yeah, this is my second music video, and out of every project that I've made so far, this is the one that I'm most proud of from a technical perspective, of the way it looks and the way it was shot and everything, and the way it was edited. So it was a good effort from a good big team of us that were involved in making the film.
So where did you shoot this?
We shot it in a photography studio in Smithfield, by a friend of mine, the guy who did director of photography on it, who did the lighting, Christopher Lindhorst. He's a commercial advertising photographer, and he has a really, really big studio. And in order to be able to get the effect that we got for the film, we needed a really big space, a really wide space, so we could get depth in the background and we could get the blackness that we needed. So in Smithfield we shot it, and we actually shot it the night before the October lockdown came into effect. We shot it throughout the night that night.
Excellent. And so it was just a one night shoot.
Yeah, just one night. It took about 10 hours to shoot it altogether.
There's a lot in it, and like it's the band obviously who are playing themselves in it. They got a lot of character about them.
They do, yeah. And Neil, the producer, Needles, is he's one of my oldest friends. He has actually he produced the original music for a number of my films, Sons and Broken Noses, and some of my student films as well. So we worked together quite a lot on a few different projects, and they decided the Elements, the band, they hadn't released an EP in like 12 years or something, and they had this EP, and they gave me an option of a couple of the different tracks, and like my style didn't really connect with the other tracks originally, and then they sent me this track, and I was like, yeah. I want to do this one.
Yeah. And what did you shoot this on? What type of camera?
It was shot on a Blackmagic Pocket 4K, and so the look, the quality of the look that we got from the video is it's a combination of the camera being a good camera, but lighting as well. So the only expense that we had on the video was renting lights. It cost, we spent about €600 renting lights. So it may not look like it, but there's actually a combination of about like between 14 and 18 different light sources on all of them, just to get that look that we have. Black background and them wearing all black, and to be able to make them stand out from it and to like make it punchy. It needed to be lit very well, and that's where Chris Lindhorst, the DOP, that's where he came in. He's like a master of lighting. So myself and himself have worked together for the last couple of years on a lot of photography and commercial video projects. So this came along, and we just decided that we wanted to make something that really looks like a world standard type of video. And we like the song, we like the track, and we like the style. Yourself from listening to the track, you've already heard it. It's very kind of late 90s, kind of Rage Against the Machine, Beastie Boys type of feel to it. And like, cause we're all a bunch of outlads, like we're a bunch of 40-year-olds like trying to make a hip hop, trying to like video like in the modern era of hip hop, like. But so yeah, so it was a lot of work. It was a tough night. It was a tough shoot. But we got what we wanted, and we were all extremely happy with the end product anyway. Like, and I hope everybody enjoys the video and I hope everyone can see the effort and the work that went into actually getting it to where it was. So it took me about like 4 or 5 months to edit it, to get it right, because there was a lot of post-production involved to get the look, to get the blacks the way the blacks look, and to the depth in it. But we all ended up very, very happy with it. And the name of the band is The Elements. The name of the track is Vinyl. So if anybody look up The Elements, just look up The Elements on Facebook or on YouTube, and you'll find them.
Excellent, yeah. And I was going to say, like, about what you're saying, you hope people appreciate the video and that kind of stuff. Probably an issue is that when you do your job right, as in you do the lighting right and you do all the production values right, it's not really taken notice of. So it's usually people only notice things if something's wrong. And so if everything looks normal, they go, okay, well that's just the video, but they don't see the background of what made it look that good.
Yeah, and like we all feel that, like, in every film that I've done so far, like, I mean, I always, there's always like 2 or 3 little things in it that we didn't do that quite right, and like that's not quite there. Like, this is the first time that I finished something where I felt at the end of it I was able to stand back and say, no, that's yep, we got it right. So we didn't, as far as we're concerned, we didn't make any mistakes.
Excellent. Well, it's great.
Cool. And I hope everybody enjoys it.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. So this is The Elements, and it's called Vinyl.
It's called Vinyl. And happy birthday as well, by the way.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And Kenny, thanks very much for having us every time with all my films. You're all very supportive and brilliant. You're doing amazing work, man, and keep it up.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I always love getting stuff from you because I know it's always really great stuff and you put so much work into it. So I appreciate the kind of words and keep up the good work yourself as well.
Thanks very much, Kenny. I hope everyone enjoys it.
Great. Will do. They will. I'm sure they will. Here we go. This is The Elements with Final. Enjoy, everyone.
Thanks, Kenny.
Beat the beat, you can't beat this. Give it here, man, and don't speak a secret. Wreck the mic, I'm on some sort of beat shit. I see your weakness, control of the N-O to XO, LA, let's go. Al fresco, pass me some escrow. Leave you looking like some smushes cargo. Toe rag, number lad, bumper car running fast. Fuck that for a game of soldiers. Get a quick race in just before the game is over. My conscience is clear like your transparency. Apparently not. Apparently. It's painful, endless. Nursing the clock, opaque, vague. Ignore, swivel and sway. Don't matter me, maniacal ways. Defaults are bright. You might be labelled as a man, but you're a lady and leave you be when I believe in myself. Too right. Interplanetary when I'm dealing with swines. Line up, hold up, I got that rhyme book of realness. Number one at the freak list with no sign of weakness. Beat this, beat the beat, you can't beat this. Give it here, man, and don't speak a secret. Wreck the mic, I'm on some sort of beat shit. I see your weakness, control or delete it. This is not my home, populated by zombies on the white phones. I'll bring it back to the terror dome, and a hijack rap for the ransom. Money. I take it as a threat. I survived on the diet of the grotesque. A slow death on the radio. There's poison on the airwaves all day. As I creep through the hallways, I'm a nightmare on a bright day. Only wrong is the right way. This is not a song, it's a prophecy. So tick man logically, the government controls your economy. I'll put the back down honestly. But get your fucking hands off my currency, man. Beat the beat, you can't beat this. Give it here, man, and don't speak a secret. Wreck the mic, I'm on some sort of beat shit. I see your weakness, control or delete it. Beat the beat, you can't beat this. Give it here, man, and don't speak a secret. Wreck the mic, I'm on some sort of beat shit. I see your weakness, control or delete it.
Okay, no, actually, you can leave it up. I'm just talking. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I'm just talking to the next filmmaker, and that was brilliant. That was The Elements there with the song Vinyl, and it was made by Colin Fleming. So well done, Colin. Thank you for coming on as well and for talking to us about it. I'm going to go through a few comments now on our Facebook and YouTube channels, and then I will come back and we'll talk to our next filmmaker who will be joining us in a minute. So let's see. I'll go to Facebook. Let's see. I see a David Schreiber comment there. I'll get to that in a second. Let's see. Daniel Heafy, thank you all so much for your kind words. I'm so glad so many of you enjoyed it and happy to have shared it to a wider audience. Thank you for having me again. Little Cinema, you're very welcome. Daniel, you actually said thank you for hanging me, but that was, we were proved innocent. We didn't hang you. And then he corrected having. So yeah. Kira Warner, great short film, well done. Kira, thank you for joining us. Kira's daughter Aoife is in the next film. and she was brilliant. She was in a film which I made a few years ago at Little Cinema, and she was a brilliant actress. JVP says, loving Kenny's play-by-play flubs, Team Scruffy Kenny. Am I scruffy? I might be scruffy. Sarah Fahy says, happy birthday, Little Cinema. Thank you very much, Sarah. Thank you for joining us. And JVP says, loved the black and white lighting and the music along with the great cast. That's to Daniel Heafy's film. And JVP, as I said earlier on, who needs friends when you got films? And Chris Tierney replied, David Schwimmer's cocaine habit, apparently. So that's who needs friends when you have. And JVP said, Chris Tierney, could your humour be any darker? And Claire Huckairna, I'm so sorry, I'm getting your name completely wrong, Claire, but she says, so class. Mary McDonough, well done, Colin. Colin Flannery says, very good, really good song too. And Patrick Kelly says, bring back MTV old days. We'll have to have a Little Cinema MTV, LCTV, no, MLCTV, music, Little Cinema music television, LCMTV. We'll make that happen. And JVP says, great song and the lighting is amazing, dark but crisp, absolutely. Mary McDonough says, absolutely brilliant filmmaker, Colin Fleming. So yeah, absolutely agree with you, Mary. Let's see. We have some more comments coming in on YouTube. Tiny Epics, in a world where people are watching a bunch of actors talking about what a wonderful time they had making friends, we need Little Cinema more than ever. Thank you very much, Max, from Tiny Epics. And I believe that is a callback to your first ever Little Cinema screening where I think Transformers was out. And so when you were on stage and introducing your film, you said, in a world where Michael Bay is making films or Transformers in the cinema, Galway needs Little Cinema. So yeah, thank you very much, Max, for your continued support and for continuing to make so fair play, and you're a great filmmaker. Daniel says on YouTube, thank you all so much for your kind words and for the appreciation of the film. And Nigel Bryan says, amazing work from all involved and great track. Love this one. Colin knocked it out of the park again. And Sam Cahoon, great job, Colin. Tiny Epics, rock and rap. Absolutely. And Claire said, you have my name right, Kenny. Nice work, Kenny. Thank you very much. I'm always nervous about getting people's names wrong, so I'm glad I got it right there, Claire. Thank you very much. Thank you for the support. Even if I did get it wrong, I appreciate the support. I can get a bit nervous here and start speaking a bit weirdly if I let the nerves get the better of me. But we're going to go on to our next filmmaker. And he's going to come on to talk to us now. He doesn't have a webcam at the moment, so he's going to be sharing the screen. So let me bring into the Zoom call. Let me bring into the Zoom call Chris Tierney. Chris,
Hey,
are you there?
doing?
How are you?
Can you hear me okay?
Hear you perfectly. How are you?
These are the scores from the Galway judges.
Galway, nil point.
Everybody gets 2 points so far.
Excellent. That was a great Eurovision reference, which I'm glad you made because I love Eurovision references.
There we go.
So tell us, how are you?
Not too bad. I've made it through the entire pandemic without using a webcam. It's great.
Really? So even like Zoom calls or any, you don't use webcams?
Nobody's paying enough to look at this thing, so you know it's like a mercy.
And let me just say to the people who are watching this is that when you see the Little Cinema intro with like the Little Cinema 3D graphics that's moving and like moving left and right and coming on screen and like the cinema type setting, Chris Tierney designed that. So years ago, Julie originally designed the Little Cinema kind of logo, and then Chris took that, made it into a 3D thing, and he did his magic on it and turned into the thing which is still used today because it's amazing. So thank you so much for that work as well, Chris.
I did the quick plug. I did the City of Film one with the waves and the stuff as well.
Yes, which is brilliant.
So I always get a kick out of it. It's a bit weird. I mean, like you'll go to a thing in the town hall theater and it pops up.
Yeah.
And I kind of sink about an inch lower in my seat. It's like, oh.
You should be sitting up high there going, that's me, that's me.
There you go.
But they're both great though, but both very good pieces.
Thank you very much.
And so where am I going? Yeah. So tell us, what are you up to at the moment? What are you doing?
All right. So I haven't. I think it's way post-pandemic it's way pre-pandemic since I showed anything. But this year I've got a nice little thing going on. Back in March, coming up to St. Patrick's Day, as we can't have our usual thing, which is our, whole St. Patrick's Day parade in the city centre. So when we were going to go 2 years in a row without that, the tourist office at the city council kind of contacted me, Rory, and he had an idea for a competition or a sort of participatory thing where kids would send in their idea of what their fantastical or perfect or magical St. Patrick's Day parade would be. And the idea was that we'd put those together into some sort of parade. The whole thing sort of started out, we didn't know what we'd get in because kids are unpredictable. And I had visions of getting like 50 leprechauns in, which, is not atypical. But it also occurred to me that like these kids had gone 2 years of their lives, maybe a quarter of their lives if you're 8 years old, without seeing a St. Patrick's Day parade. So ideas about what that is were going to be really mixed. And I wanted that mix. So we did a whole thing with the advertiser. We put an ad up. We put a website up. And the stuff that we got in was crazy cool. I mean, I should be able to shuffle through these images. Let's see what we've got. So like the submissions were great. And I loved the variety of stuff that came in. Like we've got sheep and dogs. And, we had people kind of all dressed up with their friends. We had a giraffe, which, was going to be a challenge to actually integrate into the thing. And we had, his name's Brian. I don't know why.
Of course, his name is Brian.
He looks like a Brian.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I think this might be my absolute favorite.
That's beautiful.
He's very cute. So I when we started it was maybe just going to be a slideshow or a parade with a drawn background. But because I'm a total masochist, I decided, hey, let's go all kind of fancy and all out on it. So once I had the material in, this is kind of an idea of the variety that we had. So we had over 100 entries in the event. And I couldn't sort of use everyone because some of it didn't quite suit being cut out. But things worked out okay. So what I came up with was the secret parade. So the idea was that, or my idea of it was that instead of this just being something that happens just once because of COVID, maybe this is something that all these magical creatures or drawings do every year, but we never find out about it because we're all distracted.
Yeah.
So the idea was to have our character here, Aoife, discover them, through serendipity. So yeah, that's kind of what I went for. So what do I have next? So yeah, I kind of used it as a bit of a test bed for myself. So I did like motion tracking on the footage and After Effects and everything.
Well, so how long did you spend, say, editing this?
I think the crunch was about 4 or 5 days.
That's all. Wow. I thought it'd be a couple of months.
No, I'm too masochistic for that. And I only really had I think the cutoff was the 1st or 2nd of March. I had between the 1st and 2nd of March and the actual morning of St. Patrick's Day to actually turn the thing around. So it was less than a 2-week turnaround from the point where I had all the images in to actually putting this thing online. And I completely ran out, with apologies to Rory in the city council, I completely ran out the clock, and I think I delivered it at about 9:30 on St. Patrick's Day morning, having pulled like an all-nighter and a half. I can't actually remember any of the last 24 hours. I may or may not have done all the work myself. I don't know. It's just I have no memory. But it was funny.
There could have been little kind of leprechauns coming in and helping you while you were asleep.
The bit in Deadpool where he gets hit in the head where he gets, let's say, head injured, and all the little characters start popping up. That's basically the state of my mind towards the end of this thing, you know.
And did you film this? This is up in Barna
Yeah,
Woods, is it?
it's Barna Woods, yeah. But I mean, this was the start of March, and it was like the one Sunday where things were sunny. So there were so many people coming past and so many people in the background that we couldn't use the audio. So I just had to abandon all ideas of audio. And like there were so many tiny mistakes in the thing that I noticed them later on. Like if you look at this, there's my Pelican case sitting in the background.
Yeah, I saw
Sort of
that.
camouflaged against a tree. And there's like people in the background everywhere. There was a group of teenagers in the background having a party. Like exactly where I wanted to shoot. So it was good. Like it was fun, you know. Just 1 or 2 hours, probably about 2 hours to shoot the whole thing, and then just go back and post-process it, you know.
And you had Aoife Warner as the actress.
Yeah, she's kind of becoming a bit of a staple of little cinema.
Yeah, she's brilliant. She's a brilliant actress. I had her in one of my films a few years ago. She was amazing. She carried the whole film. And
we need to start like investing. Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Invest in Warner.
Yeah. Warner safe. Okay, so we will maybe kick off the film. So if you're ready to unless there's anything else you want to show, we'll kick off with the film.
No, that's it. That's the story.
Excellent. So tell us what the name of the film is.
I can't remember. It's The Secret Parade.
The Secret Parade. Excellent. Okay, so everyone watching, this is The Secret Parade. It was filmed up in Barna Woods with submissions made by lots of kids from around Galway, and Chris put it together, used their submissions to include as kind of graphics in the video, and come out brilliant. So this is The Secret Parade by Chris Tierney, and enjoy everyone. It's brilliant. So thanks, Chris, for joining us. Talk soon. Bye-bye. And we're back in the room. That was great. Chris Tierney, that was brilliant. Thank you very much, Chris. That was fantastic. Great job on that. And well done to Aoife Warner for being involved in it as well. She was brilliant. She's a great actress. And Colm and Kira, her parents, great to deal with, and great to have aboard with the film that I made with them. So what I'll do is I'll go through a few more comments now on Facebook and YouTube, and I'll go into our next filmmaker then. And so let's see, what have we got on Facebook first? Let's see. There's been a few. Oh yeah, Bip Henderson says, thank you so much for all the hard work that you put into putting on the Little Cinema. Happy 11th birthday. I can't believe that it's been 4 years since I submitted my first short to the cinema. Thank you very much, Pip. Great to have you as part of the Little Cinema community, and keep making stuff. We love getting more stuff from you. JVP says, film precons. It's I'll give it you, but it's loose. It's loose. You're better than that. Chris Tierney, the invisible filmmaker, says JVP, and JVP says the Secret Parade or the previously Secret Parade. Yeah, everyone knows about a Secret Parade now. Let's see. Chris Tierney says totally busted parade. I'm getting flashbacks. Cutting each one out by hand in Photoshop. That sounds like a nightmare, all right. Claire Nee Hockeygerna. Sorry again, Claire, if I got your name wrong. I know you said I got it right the last time, but I've lost confidence again. Best St. Patrick's Parade I've ever seen. Well done to everyone involved in it. JVP says filmmakers ruin everything. Colin Warner, who's the actress? She's amazing. She is amazing, Colin, isn't she? She's really good. Aoife Warner, keep an eye out for her. She's going places. JVP, and the award for best use of a giraffe in the film goes to. And Michael Breen says amazing, loved it, clap clap. And Mary Kelly, great job, Chris. It's not a Paddy's Day parade without a giraffe wiggling his ears in the background. Very true, Mary. Sean Amalia, happy birthday. Thank you, Sean. Thank you very much. Sean has been in a few of my sketches over the years. A great actor. Thank you very much for tuning in. Let's see a few more comments there on YouTube. About 40 deleted comments from someone who was getting overexcited. And let's see. Sam Cahoon, great job, Colin. Oh, I got that. Lakshika, happy birthday to the cinema. Thank you, Lakshika. Thank you very much. Ronan O'Kenneth, happy birthday to the cinema. What another year, eh? What is that? Is that Ryan McKenna? Or is that Ronan O'Kenneth? Well, anyway, happy birthday to the cinema. What's another year, eh? Great Eurovision callback there. Thank you. Sam Cahoon, this is great, Chris. I love the drawings. Absolutely. So now we're going to go to our next filmmaker, and so let me just get everything lined up here and get the lower thirds ready. And so now I'm going to welcome to the Little Cinema stream. No, I got the wrong lower thirds there. Okay, so this is all the magic of filmmaking. Oh yeah, I need to unmute. And now I'm going to bring in our next filmmaker. And so please welcome to Little Cinema stream, Caroline Farrell. Caroline, how are you?
How are you?
I'm very good. Thank you for joining us.
And happy birthday.
Thank you very much. 11 years old today.
Yeah, brilliant.
So tell us, you're a filmmaker. What kind of stuff do you do, or how long have you been making films?
Well, I've written and produced 2 other short films. So I started making films in around 2012. But this one, Framed, is the first one that I directed myself, and it's also the first attempt I've made at producing a short horror film. So
and how did you find the various roles between being a producer, director, or writer? What's your preferred
well, actually, the directing is the scariest, because I write all the time, so writing is just my life. But producing is fine. I actually don't mind producing, but I actually did find the directing role quite challenging, particularly the first one. But I worked with a great cast and crew of very experienced people, so I learned a lot from them through this process, which was great.
And do you have any future plans for films, or what have you anything in the pipeline of? Were you concentrating on writing now, or what's your?
Yeah, I'm concentrating on writing at the moment. I did make a little lockdown film last year, just purely on my phone, and it was really because I wanted to practice on editing. So that actually turned out quite okay. I was quite pleased with it. But at the moment, I'm just writing, and hopefully there'll be more film work, maybe down the road next year, maybe.
Well, even if you want to screen your lockdown film with us next month, we'd be happy to screen it, because we're always looking for stuff which is done, because we started doing the live stream because when we started, we said we're better off to show stuff which is contemporary now. So everyone's in lockdown, everyone's in their homes. Let's get people to make stuff, be creative. And so it'd be great if you did make something during lockdown. We'd be happy to show it next month if you're up for that. That is.
I would, yeah, that'd be great. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. So tell us, what's the film you're showing tonight, and a brief synopsis of it without giving anything away too much.
Okay. Well, when I started writing it, I had this image of an artist who couldn't paint anymore, and he was kind of confined in a mental health facility. So from that, the film developed into the story about Joe, who is an artist, and whose fantasy is to paint his beautiful muse into one of his Gothic paintings. And so, without giving anything away, he'll get his wish, but not as he would have chosen it.
Excellent. And this is called Framed.
Framed, yeah.
Framed. So this is Framed by Caroline Farrell. Caroline, thank you very much for joining us tonight. And do get in touch about next month as well. We'll screen your film next month.
Thank you.
Brilliant. And thank you for joining us. And everyone watching this, enjoy it. This is Framed by Caroline Farrell. Let me just line it up here. Take it away.
Such a cool place to open an exhibit, Joe.
It was Kathy's idea.
It is perfect, isn't it? Before it became the gallery, this place was idle, like, for decades. Oh, time for my close-up, I guess.
It was an asylum for mental patients. Totally cliched, of course. But where better to unveil my fucked up dream works, huh?
Exactly. I'm just glad you've never included my face in your hellish imaginings.
Excuse us for a moment. I'll get you yet, my dear. You know, it's always been my greatest fantasy to immortalize you on canvas. I am desperate for a cigarette. Could you hold court while I go outside?
Keep it fast, painter man. And please don't go exploring. As much as I love this creepy old place, I don't want to have to go looking for you. So keep your morbid curiosity to yourself, just for a while. Frames are ornate, they're nice, they frame it nicely.
Nice contrast.
They are
the darkness.
Absolutely, you know, they're kind of nice. Very nice.
Kind of give it a kind of a Gothic feel.
They do, yeah.
This used to be the therapy room for the deranged, like patient double X. All he wanted was to be loved, but he kept on getting his brains fried.
What happened to him? Patient double X.
Poor fellow craves some company. He fell in love with the nurse that came in every day to administer his medication. She rejected him once too often. It became too much for him to bear. So he hung himself in this very room. Dying in agony, screaming his hatred for her. For all of them. That was after he strangled her with the very same rope he would use to snap his own neck.
Jesus. Are you serious?
Wake the sleeping dog. Someone must lie down with him.
Daft old fucker. I really like the contrast between the darkness and the light there. It's really fascinating. Has anyone seen Kathy? Yeah, she went looking for you ages ago. Shit. Kathy? Kathy? Kathy! Kathy! Open the door, Kathy! Kathy! Open the door! Kathy!
Excellent. Great job there. That was Caroline Farrell with that. Framed. It was a great short. Very well done, Caroline. Great job in it. We got lots of comments coming in as well about it. So here we have Patrick Kelly. That's a proper library. I think that's about where Caroline was speaking from. I agree. Lots of books. They're great books. JVP says, brilliant little horror film. Great location and production value. Kira Warner, that was absolutely brilliant. Round of applause. Camilo Oliveira, really good, Caroline. And Pip Henderson says, wow, Framed is amazing, great job. And Patrick Kelly says, that was very good, great acting and disturbing. And Colin Warner, great stuff. And Pip Henderson says, wow, Framed is amazing, great job. So well done, Caroline, great feedback there for the film. And get in touch about next month for Screen Your Film next month. And Michael Keane says, just popping in to say hi and wish Kenny an old happy birthday. Sorry couldn't make it tonight, but I'll catch you the next night. No problem, Michael. And the iconic hoodie, we need to work our way up to the ladder to earn it. Thanks for joining in, Michael. Yeah, keep the comments coming in there. Mary Kelly says, well done, Caroline, great job. And yeah, so throughout the night, keep the comments coming in. And the last film there was Framed by Caroline, and we're going to be going to our next filmmaker now, who is they're an up and coming rapper, and they've actually got a new video which is coming out, and so I'm going to bring them on screen to talk to us about the video that they've made. Are you with us there, Farmsy? Are you there?
What's the story, Kenneth? How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. Farmsy, tell us, you're a rapper.
By God I am. I was never on telly before now. It's my first time on the telly.
Well, this is your big break now, yeah. You never know. There could be big producers watching this.
Oh, I hate a job.
That's a fine chain you have on you there.
Oh, tis.
We're
29 carat.
Nice.
29 carat and 3 turnip.
Very nice, very nice. A few onions in there as well, no?
No, geez.
No. You'd almost have a soup going if you did. So tell us, how long are you doing rap for? How did you get into the rapping game?
Well, to be honest now, I was listening to it one night there. I was in the nightclub, and the Hape double vodka and Red Bull inside me, and this thing came on, and I went mad, you know. I said, this is deadly altogether. I found out it was one of them, I know what it is called, two packets or something. I don't know what the name was. But then I had another listen to them, and they're on about all this stuff about if you step near my turf, I'll shoot you. I said, this is my kind of stuff. You know, this is really, I could feel it, you know. And they're on about killing, and I do kill bullocks. And so I said, this is right up my street, you know. So I said, I'll give a go at it, you know.
And so do you write all your own stuff?
Oh, I do, yeah, I do.
And
well, I'm fully illiterate, but I do say it, and then I do get the nephew to write it down. I do say it out to him, and he writes it down.
How old is the nephew?
He's 12.
12, okay. So
he's well used to the language, sure. He'd be out with me every day and hearing off a sort of fucking language.
And so tell us about, you made a music video. How did you make the music video?
Oh yeah, well, it was made in lockdown, but it was all done on my own land anyway, so we didn't break any restrictions.
And how much land have you got?
How much land? Jesus. A good bit now. I wouldn't be telling too many that now.
You don't want to be telling the tax man.
Enough, you know.
And so tell us, what's the name of this music video, and is it what's the reason for making it? Like, what made you want to make this film, this music video?
Well, I just said that I was seeing kind of like them other rapping fellas, and I says, so sure, I better have similar kind of stuff in it, you know, kind of showing me day-to-day South Central Mayo kind of stuff, you know.
Is it dangerous up there?
Oh, stop, yeah, stop.
Lots of drive-bys?
Oh, no, well, yeah, in the tractor now, so you have plenty of time to run and duck. So the tractor, you know what I mean? You'd hear the tractor coming a good bit away, so you can jump in behind a bale too, so it's not too bad, like.
Okay, yeah. Well, listen, tell us, what's the name of this? And will you be doing any live gigs come the new year, or come lockdown restrictions ending? Are you going to be doing gigs, or what are you doing?
Oh, yeah, hopefully now I'll be able to do the ploughing. Ploughing this year if it goes ahead.
Oh, well, and will you be rapping at the ploughing, or will you be rapping bales, or what will you be doing?
Well, yeah, both. Naturally enough.
And so tell us, what's the name of the song you made?
Talking Complete Bullocks.
Talking Complete Bullocks, excellent.
A bullock, when he's ready to go off to the abattoir, to the factory, he's complete. You know?
Oh, really? Is that what is that a farming thing? Complete bullocks is when a bullock's ready to go to the abattoir.
Oh yeah, when it won't grow anymore, there's no point in feeding the bastard. Just, Oh, fuck them. I'm feeding them.
Right. So this is called Talking Complete Bullocks. Is that it?
That's it.
And this is by Farmsy. So everyone out there, watch out for Farmsy. He's going to be the next star of rapping around Ireland. So keep an eye out for him. And this is Talking Complete Bullocks by Farmsy. Enjoy, everyone.
You are now about to witness the strength of farm knowledge, straight off the fields and boreens of South Central Mayo. I love living out the country with a heap of cattle in front of me. You wouldn't want to act the country me. Got ladies out on the road, do the sticks of the do what they're told. Pull the titties for the dairy gold, blash the bullocks in the head, shank in the throat and he's dead. But there's always more in the shed. Should the people need to be fed? Don't have an Uzi, Glock or AK. Come into a barrel and blow you away. Man steps in the yard, it's over. Left fuck face down in the clover. Don't touch if you have any sense, or I'll shock you like electric fence. I head up to the mart on a Wednesday. Till spot go calves like a sensei. Your cattle aren't worth 20 pence. Wouldn't even make a bag of mince. You're like a shite as a heap of stones in it. Then anyone asked to be ashamed of owning it. A whole crew's bailing and I don't mean evading. Weather won't stay fine and the hay needs saving. Got bags at 10, 10, 20. Make the green go big and plenty. Massey is classy but Zether is better. If she's holding up traffic, fuck it, let her. Power steering, Midwest blaring. Come out the fuck of cattle for Erin. Silage, 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 silage. Silage, silage, silage. Green diesel gets good mileage. Silage, silage, silage. Silage, silage, silage. Green diesel gets good mileage. Got big pockets surviving. All my cattle are thriving. Till my man's arriving. And you know where he's driving. Blash, blash, shank them fools. Blash.
Oh, fuck. Fuck. What happened there?
You are now about to witness the strength of farm knowledge, straight off the fields and boreens of South Central Mayo. I love living out the country with a heap of cattle in front of me. You wouldn't want to act the country me. Got ladies out on the road, do the sticks of the do what they're told. The titties for the dairy gold. Blash the bullocks in the head, shank in the throat and he's dead. But there's always more in the shed. Should the people need to be fed? Don't have an Uzi, Glock or AK. Come into a barrel and blow you away. Man steps in the yard, it's over. Left fuck face down in the clover. Don't touch if you have any sense, or I'll shock you like electric fence. I head up to the mart on a Wednesday. Till spot go calves like a sensei. Your cattle aren't worth 20 pence. Wouldn't even make a bag of mince. You're like a shite as a heap of stones in it. Then anyone asked to be ashamed of owning it. A whole crew's bailing and I don't mean evading. Weather won't stay fine and the hay needs saving. Got bags at 10, 10, 20. Make the green go big and plenty. Massey is classy but Zether is better. If she's holding up traffic, fuck it, let her. Power steering, Midwest blaring. Come out the fuck of cattle for Erin. Silage, 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 silage. Silage, silage, silage. Green diesel gets good mileage. Silage, silage, silage. Silage, silage, silage. Green diesel gets good mileage. Got big pockets surviving. All my cattle are thriving. Till my man's arriving. And you know where he's driving. Blash, blash, and shank them fools. Blash, blash, and shank them fools. Blash, blash, and shank them fools. Soon on your plate as your food. Blash, blash, and shank them fools. Blash, blash, and shank them fools. Blash, blash, and shank them fools. Soon on your plate as your food. I'm a savage for bacon and cabbage. Franté and a sandwich, now you're talking my language. If I get a breakfast roll, I do serious damage. No comfort to test my patience, or you get squeezed like castrations. I don't like them cunt and druggers. I'll drown them like a spoon of sugar. They'd want to be tarred and feathered, tied up out in real bad weather. No day off unless I'm going to the bog, and I've never ate pasta, cause it's a pigeon a dog. Steak, mince, burgers. Steak, mince, burgers. Steak, mince, burgers. You all want beef, you all want beef. Steak, mince, burgers. Beef, 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 beef. You all want beef, you all want beef. Beef, beef, beef. You all want beef, you all want beef. Beef, beef.
How is everyone? Am I? Yeah, I'm. I had a bit of a mistake there where I cut out the film by Cathal Flannery by accident, and I had to play it again from the start. So sorry about that to everyone, and especially to Cathal for the mix-up there. And would you believe that when I was doing that, someone ran in and they cursed into the microphone. So sorry about that. If anyone heard a curse, it wasn't me. It was someone who ran in and barged into the room and cursed. So apologies about that. But Cathal Flannery, or sorry, to Farmsy, well done. Great music video. Want to see more from Farmsy. Great job on that. And he's hitting on the much needed point of farmer rap. It's about time that it was done like that. So I'm going to go through a few comments here on YouTube and Facebook. So let's see on Facebook. JVP says, who had Kenny Swears on their Little Cinema livestream bingo card? And Claire the Hockaberna says, this rap slaps. And Chris Healy says, schlaps. JVP says, silage for life. Mary Kelly is Farmsy on Spotify. And he might actually be on Spotify. He's on YouTube. And Chris Tierney says, guns don't kill people, silage rappers do. And Ray Grady says, haha, thanks for clearing that up, Kenny. Michael Breen says, hashtag drive-by cursing. JVP says, swearing, I didn't hear no effing swear word. Mary McDonough, that was something different. I liked it. So yeah, that was great. Farmsy, well done on that. Caroline Farrell says about her film, thanks so much for all your lovely comments. You're all stars. And let's see, JVP says 2 packs, 2.5 packs, whatever it takes. And then on YouTube, we got a few comments there. Ray O'Grady says, great stuff. Happy birthday to Little Cinema. Thank you, Ray. Thank you very much. Excuse me. And so now the next film we're going to screen is going to be the last film of the night. And it's a fantastic film. It was made by someone from Galway, he's a great filmmaker, Pat Comer, and he's joining us tonight to talk about it. And he's joined with one of the guys from the film as well, Miles. So what I might do is bring them on screen to join me. So welcome to the screening. How are you?
How's it going? Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. So tell us about the film that you made.
Miles?
So this is a film called It Doesn't Matter. It's made by traveling men and women of our community, and it highlights the subject of suicide. And it's a subject so strong to our hearts, and it was important that it was made by people of our own community. And yeah, it was just a really strong project. It meant so much to us because a friend of ours had took his own life, and this is how we came together to make this this project that highlighted the.
Did you switch them?
Sorry, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you perfectly. Yeah.
They highlight the suicide rate in the traveling community. It's a pandemic right now, and traveling people are 6 times more.
Absolutely. It was when I watched it when Pat sent it on to me. It was very, very, very powerful. You did a great job on getting across really strong topics in a very kind of simple but effective manner of doing it, and very powerful. Did you come up with how did you write it?
mental health counseling online service. And they said, but I work with a bunch of great lads that are involved with doing a bit of acting, wanted to get into acting and tell their story. And they were associated with an organization called Exchange House Ireland. So they've been doing some work with, there's a theatre group they were working with called Super Pow. Shani Worry was running some workshops with them, and they were really coming on. But my job was to try and formulate a story with the lads, kind of, getting them to express it in their own words. In such a way that the prevalence of suicide in your community. I certainly wasn't aware of it until I started working on the project, and I spoke to the lads, and I had a great opportunity to meet past 6 or 7 great men, and we threw out a few ideas. The remit was to try and tell the story, to spread the word, to create awareness, and ultimately, hopefully, we don't know, but maybe save a life by telling people what services are available in order to, if you find yourself in a dark space or a scary situation, that there is help out there. There's always someone you can turn to. There's a phone that you can contact and get in touch with people who can give you professional help. So we jammed a few ideas, we threw things down, we threw things out, we brought them back in again. Miles was probably the leader, I would say, of the group in terms of his writing skills. There are other guys who just were so fantastic with, words and storytelling. And there's Mary, who was a force of nature in the group. And it all just came together that we decided upon this story. We looked at a few films and we were inspired by Tarantino slightly, you might say. But we ultimately wanted to make something that people would watch. It wasn't to be a lecture about suicide awareness or mental health awareness. It was a film that people would watch, and then if there's a message, it's not a lecture. And there's information there that's kind of tagged on the end that, people can, might remember it somehow if they find themselves in a situation where they might need help. And it was just one of those things that I think it came together pretty well. A lot of difficulty, I suppose, in preparation. The COVID was going on, so we had to shoot it very creatively. But I think we got some nice pieces from the group, and I think we're all proud of it. That's important too.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, what I got from it as well, Pat, is that you kind of, like you're saying, it kind of creeps up on you where you're not expecting the heavy message, and because it's not a heavy message, it's a very soft message which kind of gets you, and then at the end you're left with kind of oh my god, wow, it really hits you. So it was very, very powerful. And Miles, was that all your first time acting, or were you any history of any acting, or was that like your first time trying anything like that?
That was the first time that a bunch of friends was in the same room and we were vulnerable to one another. Like there was no judging. It was fun for us to do this with each other, but because it was such a strong topic, we knew that we had to bunker down and get this point across. So for a couple of the lads, it was their first time. It was an amazing project to work on. And from that, then we came on to do another 2 ads, which has gone to the FLA Film Festival. So we're looking to get that up and going as well.
It's interesting to say like that, like a bunch of lads make themselves vulnerable, because it is something that nearly every guy is guilty of. They don't want to make themselves vulnerable. They want to keep up their barriers and keep up the safe space around them, and not let people know what's gone on in their head, even though 99% of people will be going through the same stuff. It's a very interesting way of saying it. It's and very true thing to say as well.
Like we've set up an acting group for the traveling community we have, and that's for men and women, where it's a safe place where you can come in and you won't be judged by anybody. You can express yourself. There won't be no slagging. There won't be, like, you can just have fun with it. Like you can be somebody else where you can just escape from your life. So that's what came from this as well, like where we can just still continue on this journey that we're setting out.
Well, I think it's a brilliant film. I think everyone who's going to be watching it tonight will appreciate as well how good it is. Well done, Pat, for bringing the camera up there and letting the guys express themselves and like get their voice across. Yeah. How did you find working with Pat, Miles?
Yeah, he has tremendous patience for us. But here, he fitted in like he was one of the lads as well. He was like, just like the camera's not there, just enjoy yourself, and then just tell stories, talk to each other, and it was an amazing experience working with Pat. Like, he's an unbelievable mentor there for us, and he's somebody that's always going to be there in our lives, and we'll never forget. So thanks very much, Pat.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was great. It was great fun. Great bunch of lads. Like, the motivation for the film that we ended up doing was, I think we're just shooting the breeze, sitting around the table, and I just looked at all these amazing faces, you know, and I said, why don't we try something like this? And then ideas came out, and lads said different things, and you know, it was good. But the point you're making about, like, the old cliche, men don't talk, and I think you're right. But I think it's just a bigger problem with traveler women as well, or just women in general, men in general in society. And this was made by travelers, but it's not just for travelers. It's for everybody to take a little bit of a message from, I think. And that's ultimately what it's about.
Yeah, I think it gets to the core of everyone, which is like the humanity. Everyone's human. Everyone has the same feelings, and you did a great job of like that, expressing that this is what everyone goes through, whether you're a traveler, whether you're not a traveler, whatever it is, man, woman, everyone has these feelings. So I think you did a great job, and well done. So this film is called "It Doesn't Matter," is it?
Yeah.
And what was the name? What was the name of the group again?
It's just the Exchange House Acting Group at the moment. So
Exchange House Ireland is like a resource centre for the traveller community based in Dublin city centre. And through that organisation that Miles and his friends came together and you know, were looking for a way to channel their skills and their creative talents and they want to do some acting. And they teamed up with Turn to Me, which is an online counselling service, and Super Pow Theatre Group as well. So it was a nice mix, you know, and just came together with this. But can I just say one thing, Kenny, that because of the response to the film, the lads got more funding to make a second one. So that's what Miles was saying there, that the second one's actually been filmed and completed, and it's been submitted to the FLA, and hopefully it'll get accepted there too. Well, we got some really nice, generous feedback from different people. It's
George McKay as well. George McKay, 1917 as well, seeing it, and it's a subject there to his heart as well. So he's looking to make a future project with us as well. So
that's amazing. That's brilliant.
There's the up and up.
Yeah.
But also, I'm also grateful, and so are all the other lads, for all these organisations that came together to give us the opportunity to express ourselves. So big gratitude to them as well.
Excellent. Guys, thank you so much for coming out tonight and for introducing the film and giving us such a great backstory to it. Well done on the film, and well done on like the making of it, the acting of it, the writing of it. It's brilliant. I think it's going to get a good feedback from everyone watching. So well done on the film. Miles Maher, Pat Kober, thank you very much for joining us, and everyone watching at home. This is called It Doesn't Matter. Well done, guys. Thanks very much. Talk to you soon.
Thanks, Kenny.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.
We'll open the pillows like that. Now trying to get the HF blood.
This rat coming in the stairs. I was like, what the hell? I was boom, 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 boom. I was thinking to myself, what the
Was it a puncher?
You think so? Pulled over or nothing. Tire as fat as 4 healthy pups.
I'd say the CV joint.
What joint?
CV joint under the steering rack.
Jamie, I was thinking bad bloody road.
No, definitely. CV joint.
Yeah. CV joint or no CV joint? That's the question.
Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune.
Holy Jesus.
Or to take arms.
Fuck off.
You tried it, yeah? You tried it.
I drank one day at 7 o'clock in the evening, man. Yeah, you should have seen me in bed, rubbing the pillows like that. Now trying to get the itch out of the blood, the pure itch. Right.
Yeah, traffic is brutal.
Jenny, I had this rattle coming in the steering. I was like, what the hell? I was boom, ba boom, ba boom. I was thinking to myself, what the
Was it a puncher?
You think so? Pulled over or nothing. Tires fat as 4 healthy pups.
I'd say the CV joint.
What joint?
CV joint under the steering rack.
Jenny, I was thinking bad bloody road.
No, definitely. CV joint.
Yeah. CV joint or no CV joint? That's the question.
Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune.
Holy Jesus.
Or to take arms against the sea of troubles, and by opposing, end them. To die, to sleep, perchance to dream.
I didn't know you knew Shakespeare.
Why wouldn't I?
Same reason none of us would. No one talks like that anymore.
How could you, man? The chap's old as Christ himself, man. I tell you what, you just want to hear a good bit of drama. I was up in the mountain today, I was just doing bits and bobs. It usually takes me about 20 minutes. So I says, I walked down the low field and checked on the mirrors. I went down, wasn't she? Only fouling, man.
Happy days, boys.
Yeah, I swear to God, went into the field, man, yeah. There's no way, man. Cracking. Black and white stand there, standing on 4 feet, man, yeah. Oh, blessed.
Hi, lads. Story, boys.
Yo, Paddy, what's crack, man?
What's happening,
Oh,
lads?
good, man. I was just telling you about the filly folded up in the land today.
Yeah.
Little cracker of a yoke, man.
Did you? Yeah? What's in this?
Horse meat.
Some soup, Miles.
It's the hanger, buddy.
You're like, who is it? Is it Mr. Brown or Mr. Pink?
You call me Mr. Pink in your dreams, you better wake up and apologise.
Hey, Miles, want me to shoot him?
Oh, Jesus. You've been on your phone since you got here, man.
So?
What's on? It's important, man.
What's important about it? What are you chatting
If you were listening, you would have heard.
I heard you blathering on about a horse and him going on about Shakespeare.
Give me that, man.
Mick, give me the phone back.
You're not getting the
Mick,
phone.
I need the phone.
You're agitated, man. You're not
Mick,
getting
give me the phone. I'm not getting agitated. I just need
You're
the
getting
phone.
agitated.
Mick, give me my phone back.
You're
now.
not getting your phone back.
I need it. Give me the phone now.
I don't care. You're not getting it back, man. That's it.
It's not important. Stop. It's only a bloody phone. Right now, no it matters. The day that's in it, it's not a big deal.
Whose horse covered the mare?
It was John Boy's. John Boy's horse covered the mare. It's an epidemic in the travelling community. A lot of travellers are taking their lives. In the travel community, it's afraid to talk about how you feel. It's just what others think of you. So I can't show no weakness. And that's what it comes down to. A travelling man is strong, a woman is strong. There can't be nothing wrong with me.
Like, as you speak, every travelling people, like maybe one of every family could be affected by suicide. Like, I've a cousin, and God rest him, like he he looked happy, but obviously deep down he was obviously sad. And I had a friend in 2017, one of my best friends, you know, and it eats up inside him, like, you know, it's like something that they can't get in. It's easy to get into, but very, very hard to come out of, like.
My son died on the 20th of January 2020. He was 19 years of age. Suicide. You don't know what's going through the mind because they won't talk. It keeps everything bottled up. It keeps everything bottled up. Till the whole, just like a balloon, till the whole lot burst.
There was no signs. He was such a happy man. Everybody loved him. Everybody knew him like Tom Spider. How I felt when I got the phone call. Shock, obviously. Surprised. Didn't think it would happen. I didn't think that he'd have a reason to do it, but I guess anyone could put on a smile. Everyone was in shock, like it was just weird, like first time experiencing something like that. It's just so good-hearted. And now he's gone.
The biggest shock they ever had with me was my brother doing suicide. He just didn't see that he could go and talk to somebody. The stereotype of the men have to be strong. He thought that he had to be too, and he thought it would be making him weak, talking to somebody about it. But it wouldn't. It's okay to be not okay, you know?
Like, talking about this subject just brings up just a lot of emotion in myself, because I tried to take my own life one time. And if I knew at the time that I could just search online for help, I could pick up a phone, I could have got that help, and I could have avoided what I tried to do. Like, it's the hardest thing and the easiest thing to do, is ask for help.
Don't be afraid. There's no weakness in mental health. It's not your fault. It's nobody's fault. Just lift up that
Hello
phone,
everyone.
just the once,
Sorry to
and just
interrupt
hear
the
that
film.
voice at the other end.
There's a few sync issues
Even if
which I'm not
you
really sure
just
what the problem
say
is
your
with
name,
sync.
even
As
if it's
you
not
can
your
see from
name,
big,
just, I
big
need
red
help,
cheeks, we're trying to
and
sort
let
it
them
out here,
speak to
and we're
you.
not really sure how to sort it out. So what we're
My
going to do
son
is
had
we're
to
going to play
talk to
the film
someone.
again, and hopefully the sync issues will be gotten rid of by that stage, because the film is really good. I want to be sure to give it a proper chance to screen. So please keep your fingers crossed and your toes crossed and your arms crossed, whatever else, and that this plays without any sync issues, because it's a great film. So this is it. It's called It Doesn't Matter, and apologies to Miles and Pat about this, because I don't know what the issue was, but sorry for having to cut the film short and start it again, but fingers crossed. Here we go.
What?
Have you drank one of them yet?
Fuck off.
You tried it yet? Have you tried it?
I drank one day at 7 o'clock in the evening, man. Yeah, you should have seen me in bed, rubbing the pillows like that. Now trying to get the itch out of the blood, the pure itch. Right.
Yeah, the traffic is brutal.
Jenny, this rattle coming in the steering, I was like, what the hell? I was boom, ba boom, ba boom. I was thinking to myself, what the f?
Was it a puncher?
You think so? Pulled over, nothing. Tires fat as 4 healthy pups.
I'd say the CV joint.
What's it?
CV joint under the steering rack.
Jenny, I was thinking bad bloody road.
No, definitely CV joint.
Yeah. CV joint or no CV joint? That's the question.
Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune.
Holy Jesus.
Or to take arms against the sea of troubles, and by opposing, end them. To die, to sleep, perchance to dream.
I didn't know you knew Shakespeare.
Why wouldn't I?
Same reason none of us would. No one talks like that anymore.
How could he, man? The chap's always Christ himself, man. I tell you what, you want to hear a good bit of drama. I was up in the mountain today, I was just doing bits and bobs. It usually takes me about 20 minutes. So I says I walked down the law field and checked on the mirrors. Went down, wasn't she? Only fouling, man.
Happy days, boy.
Yeah, I swear to God, went into the field, man. Yeah, there's no way, man. Cracking. Black and white stand there, standing on 4 feet, man. Yeah. Oh, blessed.
Hi, lads. Story, boys.
Yo, Paddy, what's crack, man?
What's happening,
Oh,
lads?
good, man. I was just telling you about the filly folded up in the land today. Little cracker of a yoke, man.
Did you? What's in this?
Horse meat.
Some soup and Wales.
It's the hanger, buddy.
You're like, who is it? Is it Mr. Brown or Mr. Pink?
You call me Mr. Pink in your dreams, you better wake up and apologise.
Hey, Miles, want me to shoot him?
Oh, Jesus. You've been on your phone since you got here, man.
So?
What's on? It's important, man.
What's important about it? What are you chatting
If you were listening, you would have heard.
I heard you blathering on about a horse and him going on about Shakespeare.
Give me that, man.
Mick, give me the phone back.
You're not getting the
Mick,
phone.
I need the phone.
But you're agitated, man. You're not
Mick,
getting
give me the phone. I'm not getting agitated. I just
You're
need the
getting
phone.
agitated.
Mick, give me my phone back.
You're
now.
not getting your phone back.
I need it. Give me the phone now.
I don't care. You're not getting it back, man. That's it.
It's not important. What is stop? It's only a bloody phone. Right now, nothing matters. The day that's in it, it's not a big deal.
Whose horse covered the mare?
It was John Boyce. John Boy's horse covered the mare.
It's an epidemic in the travelling community. A lot of travellers are taking their lives. In the travelling community, it's afraid to talk about how you feel. It's just what others think of you. So I can't show no weakness. And that's what it comes down to. A travelling man is strong, a woman is strong. There can't be nothing wrong with me.
Like as you speak, every travelling people, like maybe one of every family could be affected by suicide. Like I've a cousin, and God rest him, like he looked happy, but obviously deep down he was obviously sad. And I had a friend in 2017, one of my best friends, you know, and it eats up inside him, like, you know, it's like something that they can't get in. It's easy to get into, but very, very hard to come out of, like.
My son died on the 20th of January 2020. He was 19 years of age. Suicide. You don't know what's going through the mind because they won't talk. They keeps everything bottled up. Keeps everything bottled up. Till the whole, just like a balloon, till the whole are burst.
There was no signs. He was such a happy man. Everybody loved him. Everybody knew him like Tom Spider. How I felt when I got the phone call. Shock, obviously. Surprised. Didn't think it would happen. I didn't think that he'd have a reason to do it, but I guess anyone could put on a smile. Everyone was in shock, like it was just weird, like first time experiencing something like that. It's just so good-hearted. And now he's gone.
The biggest shock they ever had with me was my brother doing suicide. He just didn't see that he could go and talk to somebody. The stereotype of the men have to be strong. He thought that he had to be too, and he thought it would be making him weak, talking to somebody about it. But it wouldn't. It's okay to be not okay, you know?
Like, talking about this subject just brings up just a lot of emotion in myself, because I tried to take my own life one time. And if I knew at the time that I could just search online for help, I could pick up a phone, I could have got that help, and I could have avoided what I tried to do. Like, it's the hardest thing and the easiest thing to do, is ask for help.
Don't be afraid. There's no weakness in mental health. It's not your fault. It's nobody's fault. Just lift up that phone, just the once, and just hear that voice at the other end. Even if you just say your name, even if it's not your name, just, I need help, and let them speak to you.
If my son had to talk to someone, he'd be alive today. Please, 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 listen to me. What I'm trying to tell you now, just talk to someone and they will listen to you. And things might change in a better way.
Professional support is available online. It's safe, confidential and anonymous. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For professional support online, just go to turntome.ie. If you prefer to text someone, 50808 is a free 24/7 anonymous text service. Start a conversation by free texting Turn to Me to 50808. For information, advice and telephone support, you can go anytime to the HSE's helpful website, yourmentalhealth.ie. And of course, you can always contact the National Traveller Service, Exchange House Ireland, for a wide range of help and supports. You are not alone.
Wow, that was brilliant. That was by Pat Comer there. That was a great film. A very powerful film. And it was Miles Maher and Pat Comer who did that. Well done to everyone involved in making the film and writing it and producing it. And I think you did a great job. Apologies to Miles and Pat for the issues with the syncing and that kind of stuff. I don't know what it was, but so we said we'd just play it from the start again rather than trying to give the film a bad reflection of the sound and stuff. So sorry for all the issues there. My cheeks are still ready to be a barbecue for any bacon or anything, if you want to cook anything. So sorry to everyone involved in there, but well done on the film. That was brilliant and a great way to finish tonight. I'm going to read out a few comments now that we have on Facebook. Let's see. There's a few comments that have come in here. Yeah, so I think a few people are referencing the sync issues, which are completely justified as well. Let's see, sync issues. Yeah, amazing acting even out of sync. Very nice short guys, beautifully shot, Pat. Start again. Yes, there is time. Yes. TC Rise will try, but timing's really bad. I thought 9 p.m. East Standard Time. Good on you, regardless. Good stuff. Good films. Frack the Gremlins. Sync is off, and it is good film. Patrick Kelly, powerful story made in a simple manner. Thanks for replaying this very important and powerful short by JVP. Claire says, such an important film. Miriam McDonough, well done. Patrick Breen, excellent. TC Rise, really great and important. How can I share this? I included a link to the film in the chat just up above their TC, so if you want to check it out. Camille Oliveira says, well done. Mary Kelly, powerful film. Thanks, Miles and Pat, and all the others involved. Well done. Thanks for playing it again. No worries. Mary Butana says, type it doesn't matter, suicide and mental health on YouTube, and you'll find it. Yeah, so the film is It Doesn't Matter. So on YouTube, it's pretty easy to find. As Mary said there, yeah, It Doesn't Matter, suicide and mental health, and you'll find it on YouTube. Let's see, yeah, Patrick Kelly saying there again, it's on YouTube. Apologies again to everyone for the issues with the sync. I don't know what caused it, but it was a bit of a nightmare, but we got to play it again, so that's okay. So to everyone who's making the films tonight, well done. Thank you all very much for taking the time to join us, and to everyone who watched and got involved in the comments, really appreciate it. It's difficult to do this type of stuff when you're trying to get an audience and you're up against things like Friends, the reunion, or whatever it may be, a match or something. So we do appreciate people tuning in and watching films with us and getting involved in the comments. It really makes it easier to be doing stuff like this, and gives you a motivation to maybe do it again. It's easy to get demotivated. I think, well, there's nobody watching, so I'm not going to do it. But it's great to get people watching tonight, and to sit with us with the films, and to show the filmmakers that there is an audience for their films as well. And there are people who appreciate their films and enjoy their films. And so I'm going to play out with a video which came into us. This is a video which was sent in by Nigel Bryan, who has been coming to the cinema for years and years and years. And he's a great filmmaker. He's made lots of great stuff. And he sent in a lovely message to us via Facebook, and we appreciate it. Thank you very much, Nigel. And rather than reading it out, I said I just play it rather than me trying to do it justice by itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play out this video from Nigel, and then after that we'll play post roll, and from Adrian and myself. Do you want to pop in here, Adrian? Just there. Legally, he has to have at least a head and a hand in each live stream. That's a legal thing. And so, Adrian, thank you so much for helping me do this. I wouldn't have been able to do this without you at all, because I'm technical enough, but not enough. So Adrian is a lifesaver. So this is a thank you from Nigel. Thank you to everyone for. It's been 11 years. It's been great. We've had some great nights, some great films screened, some great people met each other and are making films now somewhere else, and they're doing that kind of stuff, and it's brilliant. Thank you to everyone who's helped make Little Cinema community, which it's become. We haven't really done much to kind of curate. We're just going to let people meet and mingle and chat, and then go off and collaborate. And it's great to see people still collaborating, still making stuff together. So thank you all for your support. Thank you, Galway Film Centre, Unbound Media. Let's see, the Galway City Council, James Harrell up at the Galway City Council, the Galway Arts Officer, and everyone who has supported us in any way over the years. We really appreciate it. And this is Nigel Bryan saying thank you from us all, and I'll play out with the post roll in. Thank you all for watching, and take it away, Nigel.
Hey Kenny, happy birthday, and happy birthday to Little Cinema. Thank you for the last 10 years.
I didn't set it up right. That's a big build up. I didn't set it up right. Okay, I'm going to set it up properly now. Oh my God, Kenny. I'm going to put my own head through the wall in a minute. Okay, so now let me think this through. How do I set this up? Where is it? Where is it? Well, right click and see. Where is it? Let's see. Transform. Yeah, the thing. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now it's set up. Okay. So finally, I can say take 47. Here was a lovely message from Nigel O'Brien. Really appreciate the message, Nigel, and sorry for the false start. Another false start. Take it away.
Hey Kenny, happy birthday, and happy birthday to Little Cinema. Thank you for the last 10 years of showcasing incredible filmmakers from all over the world and from all over Galway and Ireland, and thank you for showing my films, and here's to the next 10 years. Keep it up, buddy.